Imagine a world where buildings are more than just structures. They're living, breathing entities that coexist harmoniously with nature. This is the world that sustainable architecture seeks to create. It's a world where our homes, offices, and public spaces are designed with nature in mind, leveraging energy efficiency, renewable resources, and minimal waste to reduce their environmental impact. But can architecture truly coexist with nature? Can we build in a way that enhances rather than degrades our natural surroundings? These are the questions that drive the field of sustainable architecture. They challenge us to reimagine what a building can be, to see it not as a separate entity, but as an integral part of the ecosystem. It's an exciting vision, one that holds immense potential for our planet and for future generations. Sustainable architecture isn't just a trend, it's a vital solution for a greener future. Sustainable architecture is founded on three key principles: energy efficiency, use of renewable resources, and minimizing waste. In our quest for a greener future, these principles guide architects and urban planners alike, acting as a compass towards sustainability. The first, energy efficiency, is all about designing buildings that make optimal use of natural light and ventilation. This reduces reliance on artificial lighting and air conditioning, thus lowering energy consumption. Next, we have the principle of using renewable resources. This means choosing materials that are replenished naturally over time, like bamboo or recycled materials, such as reclaimed wood or metal. It's about making mindful choices that don't deplete our planet's finite resources. Finally, the principle of minimizing waste encourages us to design buildings that are adaptable and durable. Rather than demolishing and rebuilding, we can repurpose and renovate, significantly reducing construction waste. Now, let's shift our gaze to some real-world examples of sustainable architecture. Consider the Edge building in Amsterdam, dubbed the greenest office building in the world. It boasts an energy-efficient design, uses solar panels for power, and even collects rainwater for use in its plumbing systems. It's a shining beacon of what's possible when sustainability is at the heart of architectural design. Across the globe in Singapore, we find the Park Royal on Pickering, a hotel that's more jungle than building. It's enveloped in a veil of greenery, with sky gardens and water features that create a cooling microclimate, reducing the need for air conditioning. And who could forget the Bullitt Center in Seattle? Known as the greenest commercial building in the world, it's a living example of sustainability, generating its own energy, collecting and using rainwater, and implementing a host of other green features. These buildings are testament to human ingenuity, proving that design can be both aesthetically pleasing and environmentally responsible. They show us that sustainable architecture isn't just about preserving the environment, but also about improving quality of life, enhancing productivity, and creating spaces that inspire and uplift. And that, in essence, is the true power of sustainable architecture. Biophilic design is about creating a love affair between occupants and nature. It's an enchanting concept, isn't it? This design philosophy goes beyond just placing a few potted plants around a building. It's about creating a deeper, more meaningful connection between humans and their natural surroundings. Imagine stepping into a building where you're greeted by a living wall, a vertical garden that not only purifies the air but also provides a serene, calming aesthetic. Picture a building where the roof is not just a shelter but a thriving green space that reduces heat, absorbs rainwater, and even provides a habitat for wildlife. This is the magic of biophilic design. But it's not just about aesthetics. Biophilic design has profound implications for well-being and energy consumption. Buildings that incorporate natural elements can significantly enhance the occupant's well-being. Ample natural light, for instance, is known to boost mood and productivity, while green spaces can reduce stress levels. Moreover, these features can also play a crucial role in reducing a building's energy consumption. Green roofs, for instance, provide natural insulation, reducing the need for artificial heating and cooling. Natural light can significantly cut down on a building's electricity usage during daylight hours. However, integrating nature into architecture is not a one-size-fits-all proposition. It requires a keen understanding of the local environment, the building's purpose, and the needs of its occupants. It's about finding the right balance, integrating the right elements in the right places, to create a harmonious blend of nature and architecture. The result? Buildings that are not just structures of steel, glass, and concrete, but living, breathing entities that nurture the human spirit and respect the planet's resources. In these spaces, nature and architecture become one, creating environments that nourish both the human spirit and the planet. Sustainable architecture is as much about the materials and technologies used as it is about the design. Let's delve into the world of cutting-edge materials and construction techniques that are transforming the face of sustainable architecture. We're talking about the use of recycled materials, sustainable wood, and low-emission concrete, among others. The beauty of these materials lies not only in their durability, but also in their low environmental impact. They're the building blocks of a greener future, quite literally. Take recycled materials, for instance. We've seen a rise in the use of repurposed glass, metal, and plastic in construction. These materials, once deemed waste, are now breathing life into new structures, minimizing the need for raw materials and reducing waste in landfills. Sustainable wood, on the other hand, is sourced responsibly, ensuring that for every tree cut down, another is planted. It's a renewable resource that helps keep our forests intact while providing a natural, aesthetically pleasing element to our buildings. Then there's low-emission concrete, a game-changer in an industry notorious for its high carbon emissions. This innovative material reduces the carbon footprint of construction, paving the way for greener, cleaner structures. The role of technology in sustainable architecture cannot be overstated. We're now seeing the integration of smart building systems that optimize energy usage, reducing the energy demands of a building. These systems control heating, cooling, lighting, and even water usage, adjusting according to the needs of the occupants and the building itself. It's like having a brain for your building, one that cares about the planet. These technologies also improve the overall sustainability of buildings. They help in monitoring energy consumption, detecting leaks, and even generating renewable energy on site. It's a leap forward in making our buildings self-sufficient and less dependent on non-renewable energy sources. With the right materials and technologies, we can construct buildings that not only serve their purpose, but also protect our planet. And that, my friends, is the true essence of sustainable architecture. Sustainable architecture extends beyond individual buildings. It's also about how we plan our cities and communities. The urban landscape is a complex tapestry of buildings, roads, parks, and public spaces. So, to truly build a greener future, we need to think about how all these elements interact. Urban planning for sustainability is about creating environments that are not only habitable, but also enjoyable and eco-friendly. It's about designing cities that are walkable, where daily needs are within a short stroll, reducing the need for car travel. It's about prioritizing public transportation, offering efficient and low-emission options for longer journeys. But it's not just about how we move around. It's also about the green spaces that we integrate into our urban environments. Parks, gardens, and even street trees play a vital role in our cities. They provide a habitat for wildlife, help to reduce air pollution, and create spaces for people to relax and reconnect with nature. Let's consider some examples. In Freiburg, Germany, the Vauban district is a shining example of sustainable urban planning. It's a car-free neighborhood designed around public transportation and cycling routes. Solar panels adorn the rooftops, and green spaces are abundant. Across the globe, in Singapore, the city-state has embraced the concept of a city in a garden. High-rise buildings are enveloped in greenery, and parks and nature reserves are woven into the urban fabric. They've even created a 15-mile green corridor, repurposing an old railway line into a linear park. These examples show us that sustainable urban planning is not just a theoretical concept. It's achievable. It's about designing cities that are not just places to live, but places that enhance our quality of life, promote health and well-being, and respect our planet. Our cities are growing and evolving. As they do, we have a unique opportunity to shape them, to make them greener and more sustainable. And in doing so, we can create better, healthier, more vibrant communities for us all to enjoy. Sustainable urban planning is about creating spaces where people and nature can thrive together. The path to sustainable architecture isn't without its challenges, but every challenge presents an opportunity for innovation. Yes, cost constraints and resistance to change remain significant roadblocks. Yet these obstacles are stimulating new approaches and solutions in the field every day. Emerging trends are redefining what's possible. Picture this: buildings that produce as much energy as they consume, known as net zero buildings. It's not science fiction, but a reality we're moving towards. Then, we have concepts like the circular economy, a system where waste is minimized by turning it back into a resource. Sustainable architecture is adopting this principle, and it's transforming the way we design and build. And let's not forget about 3D printing. It's not just for miniature models anymore. We're now using it to construct entire buildings, drastically reducing waste and speeding up construction times. As
It's London Lee.